Hi all, welcome to my new tarot teaching video series designed to help you learn my Tarot Tableau reading method. It's a way of reading the tarot that brings cartomantic techniques used in reading the Lenormand Grand Tableau into alignment with the tarot. If you're unfamiliar with my work or with my book, Tarot Tableau, The Fool's Journey, you can learn more about both at my website, hermitsmirror.com. In this first video, I'll describe the premise of the method and explain the layout. In later videos, I'll discuss the first step, the second step, and each stage of the third step before looking at some of the advanced techniques and alternative considerations that you might want to try once you're comfortable with the basics. All of the readings in these videos are based on real tarot readings that I completed for clients who are willing to help with these teaching videos. If you're one of those folks, thanks again for your help with this project. The first few videos in the series offer each step as a simplified approach, but that's just for teaching purposes. When you're first learning the method, you may want to take it step by step just to make sure that you aren't missing anything. But as you become more comfortable with this tableau system, you'll often find that the steps don't follow such a neat sequence. You'll frequently double back to make the abstract more concrete. Messages from step 3 may provide more context for steps 1 and 2, and details from the advanced techniques will certainly help fill in the big picture that we call a grand tableau. As you're learning the Tarot Tableau method, you may want to consider using it only for general readings at first. If a client has a very specific situation, the tableau can be used to answer it, but it won't always be obvious how. In these examples, I'll be looking at both general readings and readings for specific situations, but know that I started my own journey with general readings and I created this method, so it's not such a bad place to start. Are you ready for your own journey? Let's start with the layout. The layout for the Tarot Tableau is fairly simple. You use the 22 major arcana and deal them into a grid of 5 columns of 4 rows with a card off to either side to start and end the journey. Each position is associated with a major arcanum, and I call these major houses. Each major house represents an area of your life, your current situation, or your metaphorical journey, as it relates to the concepts of the major arcanum for which the house is named. Position 0 is the house of the Fool, because the Fool is numbered 0. Position 1 is the house of the Magician, and so on to position 20, the house of Judgment, and position 21, the house of the World. These naming conventions assume that you're using a deck from the Smith-Waite or Rider family because they're the most popular. But don't worry, my book and worksheets also provide guidance for other systems, and you'll see them used in these videos too. The card that you deal into a major house is an energy or event that has affected, currently affects, and will or can affect that area in significant ways. Drawing inspiration from Lenormand and cartomancy, we're keeping our interpretations short and to the point, so use keywords rather than in-depth interpretations for each card. With so many cards and ways that they interact, there will be plenty of nuance, even with keywords. For example, the card in the House of Temperance, position 14, can indicate a person, event, or energy that affects a client's sense of overall well-being. The card may represent something tangible, a person, event, object, or action, or something abstract, an energy or mindset. This energy can be positive or negative, and it may have happened in the past, be a present factor, or await the client as an opportunity or outcome in the future. That may sound super vague, but that's because these energies and areas are meant to be flexible. The way that the cards are laid out in the grid and how they interact will provide you plenty of details. You'll find several reference tables in my book that show different ways to think about the energies of the cards and the areas represented by the major houses, so I won't cover them in detail here. Instead, I'll be using them as part of my readings, so you'll get a taste for some of those card keywords and major house areas as they actually form the basis for divination. Please keep in mind that the interpretations in these videos and in my book's reference tables are just examples of energies, areas, and questions. You can, and eventually you should, develop your own personal interpretive strategies. Doing so allows a more flexible reading approach that will help you use the Tarot Tableau to answer any kind of question. My Tarot Tableau system may seem mechanical at first, but there's plenty of room for your intuition to shine once you're comfortable, and that's where the real magic comes in. You can keep your Tarot Tableau reading as quick and simple as you want to, or you can allow it to expand and deepen as time and your querent's interest allow. You'll see that in the upcoming videos, including the next video where we cover step 1 of the Tarot Tableau method with a real-life example from a querent looking for guidance on a very specific situation. Before you go, I want to assure you that if all this sounds interesting but a little confusing, you can still dip your toes in to get a feel for it. You can start with the single question posed for each area and the limited set of keywords that I provide in my book. I won't go over those specific questions in the series because you can find them in my book and in the Sight See the Tarot video that Benabelle Wen did as part of her review of the book. Using the question and answer method can be a good transition for those who need more time getting used to the layout and the basic premise. Such a reading can offer many insights, but keep in mind that it's just a small piece of the full picture that the Tarot Tableau provides. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this series.